Simplicity is key. Too many people, when they're looking for a body transformation, look for perfection on week one. The reality is, week one makes no difference, right? And in fact, it can actually lead to a negative because you put so much emphasis on getting everything perfect. You put so much focus and energy and motivation into getting week one perfect. And obviously, like, no big changes are going to happen within 1 week. And then that can be kind of disheartening. It kills momentum. And then you've realized, oh my God, I've put so much effort into this week one. I've got to do this for, you know, several more weeks, more months going into the future to even see a change. I don't think this is going to be worth it. And then you drop it, right? Instead, you should take that first week to sort of find a groove. And it's not about tracking all of the minutiae and getting everything down to the perfect gram. It's about building the habits, about getting close enough. It's about doing your nutrition well enough so that you can find a groove that after a few weeks, you know, then you can feel that momentum come and you can feel it fitting in with your life. And in fact, because it takes a few weeks to find that groove, it works doubly well because it also takes a few weeks to see the transformation or the body composition changes in the mirror. That doesn't really happen usually after a week. It will happen after a few weeks if you're doing things right. And then even then, once you've got onto the track, sometimes you won't see it after a few weeks, but then it'll take a few more weeks after that to really notice it, because these changes are slowly happening over time. And you know, if you apply more and more time, then they're going to be bigger and bigger changes. And that's why you need to find a groove. You need to make it fit in with your life. And anyone that makes a change within a month or 2 months, yes, that's kind of impressive, but it's more impressive is if you can keep that body transformation. You can keep that new physique that you've now attained. That's more impressive. And for the most part, or at least keep like 80 to 90% of it. Unfortunately, we don't have a problem losing fat. We don't have a problem making these transformations. We have a problem keeping them because so many people have lost a few pounds and then fallen off the wagon, right? These people are able to make a huge transformation because they found a routine, a regime, if you will, that fits in with their life and allow them to keep the change. And because they've done that, they've been able to stay consistent, right? No matter what's happening with their rugby season, you see this a lot of the time with rugby players where they'll get in season, they say, oh, I'm playing every weekend, there's no way I can diet, or I'm playing this every weekend, there's no way that I can even bother training to try and gain muscle. You know, or you see this with people when they get in season, and that's the time, or pre-season even, I've done a video about this, that's when they decided that's when they've got to get fit. And when they're not playing rugby, they don't do anything, you know. That's not the approach that you need to take if you want to make a dramatic change. You have to, you know, apply this consistently over periods of months, which will cross through the off-season, the in-season, and the pre-season. And the whole time, you will be training. Training becomes a priority for these people to make this change. Before this transformation, a lot of these people were still in the gym, but it was somewhat sporadic, right? It would be dropped if it was inconvenient. If you had any sort of social plans, if work got stressful, if, you know, whatever happened, you would look for an excuse, or these people would look for an excuse to kind of skip the gym. But that's not the reality with the training process. It has to be consistent. You're not just trying to get the perfect first week so you really push it. No, you're just going into the gym and you're ticking the box. You know, perfect first weeks or special training programs. Again, that's magic bullets, that's hype. That's what the fitness industry is trying to sell you. But the reality is that it doesn't exist, right? Training is about the process and just being consistent and ticking the box every time. And every now and again, yeah, when the weeks call for it, you can absolutely push the intensity when it is needed. But for the most part, you're going into the gym, you're ticking the box, you're not expecting a big body transformation because of a couple of weeks of going to the gym. You're expecting the big body transformation because of the consistency that you've applied.